So, operators are symbols used to perform various operations on constants or variables. In the previous lectures, we learned about operator variables and constants, right? Variables are those which act as a container and in which we can store some value. The value of variables do not remain constant. We can change the value of the variables. However, unlike that constants, the value of constants is fixed. We cannot change the value of constants. For example, if I will write down like this, a is equals to 5. So here a is representing, a is a variable in which I have stored this value 5. Okay, so 5 is a constant, right? Now let's come on arithmetical operators. The operators with which we can perform mathematical calculations on different values or constants or variables. Those operators are known as arithmetical operators. For example, if we have got two different variables in which we have got two different values, for example, a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 10. Now, if we want to calculate the sum of these two values, so we can do it like this. We can make use of some other variable c, and we can store the sum of these two variables in that variable c. Now, if we want to check out the output, what we can do, see the output, the result is there in c, right? So we need to print the value of c. So for printing the value of c, we do not want to print c. We want the value to get reflected on the screen of c. So for that, we can make use of text window dot write line property, right? And this is how we can print the value of c. Now if you will check out the output, so what is the thing, what is the output you are going to get? You are going to get 15 as an output on the text window. So this is how you can calculate the sum of two numbers. So with what operator, with which operator did I calculate the sum? I calculated it with this plus operator. So this is an arithmetical operator. Likewise, if I will replace this plus with this sign, okay, slash, it is for division. Okay, so when I will run the function, when I will run my program, so this is what I'm going to get, because 5 divided by 10 is equals to 0.5. So that's what we are getting as a result on the text window. Likewise, if you will replace it with minus, if you want to find the difference of two numbers, you can do it like this. Okay, so these are various kind of arithmetical operators which we can use for making some mathematical calculations on variables and constants we have got in a function in our program. Now comes the second type of operator, which is relational operator. If you want to check out some relationship between two or more variables, so you guys can make use of relational operators for that. How can we make use of relational operators? Let's check that out. So at present, we are given with two variables, a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 10. Okay? And in both the variables, two different values we have stored. Now, if we want to check out that which is greater out of the two, how can we do that? For doing that, we are trying to check a condition here. So whenever you are trying to check a condition in small basic or on any other coding platform, you guys have to use a loop. Okay, and there are various kinds of loop that we can make use of in programming platform. But for checking a condition, we make use of if loop. Okay, if you will type if, you will get to see this keyword here in this IntelliSense window, this pop-up window. So let's check the condition for finding out which of the two given variables has got a bigger value. So for that, we can define a condition like this. If A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, what should happen? अगर A greater than B है, तो को English में क्या कहेंगे? Can anyone tell me? What does to in English translates to?
Sir, so.
It is so, but you know, we do not have any kind of keyword like so in this IntelliSense pop-up here. So you know, we have got this keyword called then, okay, on this programming platform, so we can make use of this. If A is greater than B, then what should happen? We want the value of A to get reflected on the on the output screen. So if this condition is true, then only we will get this value. Otherwise, we will not be able to see the output. After defining the if loop, you have to end it also. How can you end an if loop? By using this keyword end if. Okay, this is a, you know, these are some kind of keyword that you have to remember while you're while you're working on this small basic environment. Fine. If is used for defining an if loop, then is used for to, you know, for printing the result, or you can say if this condition is true, then this should be the result. Fine. And finally, end if is used for ending the if loop. So this is where if loop is starting, and this is where if loop is ending. Now, can anyone tell me whether this condition is true or false?
False.
This condition is absolutely right. This condition is false.
False.
So we will be getting the output or not?
No, because it
We
is
will be
not a
getting the
correct
output or
thing.
not?
Sir, because it has an error. No, sir.
So if I will hit this run button, see what is going to happen. We will not be able to see that, you know, text window, just because this condition is not true. Now, if I will replace it with this, okay, so what is going to
Then it
happen
will
if
be.
A is smaller than B? So I will be
Then
getting
it
this
will
output.
run.
Then it will run. Absolutely right there. So this is the output that we are going to get. You know, value of 5. Similarly, if you want to see value of B, so you can replace this A with B and run the program. Sorry. See, these are, you know, it's a very magical thing. And until and unless you will do it on your own, practically, until and unless you'll do it, you will not be able to grab the actual way the program has to be written on any platform. You know, it's the most simple platform on which you can learn programming, learn coding. So it's better if you will start practicing it. I know that none of you have, you know, utilized your Dashera holidays. ठीक है, मुझे पता है ये सारी बातें, लेकिन मेरा काम है बेटा कि आप लोगों को मोटिवेट करता रहूं. That's what I am doing. Fine, it's better if you will start learning these things from today only, because they are going to give you a lot of benefit. For your future also it's very important, for your career also it's very important. Now comes the third type of operator, that is logical operator. If suppose you have got two different conditions, fine, you have got two different conditions and you want to print the output only if both the conditions are true. You want to print the output, you want to see the output only if both the conditions are true. Suppose the condition that is given to you is see, if I will say that please print the value of B if A is equals to 0 and A is greater than B. So there are two conditions which I want you guys to check. So how can you check both the conditions in one book? That's what I would like to tell you. So we guys can make use of logical operators for this. So for this, we are going to define the first condition like this. If A is equals to 0. So this is how we can check the first condition. Now, if you want to check out the second condition, you can write it down like this. If A is smaller than B. So this is how we can check both the conditions which I have given you. If A is greater, if A is equals to 0 and A is smaller than B, then print B. Now let's see whether we will be able to get the output or not. What is this error box showing us? It is showing us expected a condition here kind of error. Okay, so we haven't for this small basic environment. This is not a kind of condition. Why? Because we haven't made use of any logical operator. So what we want that this output should get printed only if both these conditions are true. See, if you are checking two conditions simultaneously, and if you want to see the output only if both the conditions are true, so you guys have to make use of AND operator. It's given on page number 113. If you guys want, you can just check it out. It's AND operator, which you guys have to make use of. So if A is equals to 0 and A
Sir, your voice is not coming.
Sir, you are on mute.
1 second. हो सकता है any problem or sir is not speaking.
No, Vaibhavi, in her video, in his video, it is showing mute.
No worries. Khanak, हो सकता है there are some like there are many things, no?
He has joined with two devices. One device is unmute, one is mute.
just a
One
second
device
here.
is connected with the audio and that device is on mute.
Beta,
and the
beta,
second
beta,
device is
beta.
not connected.
Sir, आ गए.
Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you
Yes.
guys or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible.
Great. Why we are not able to check this condition? Just a second.
So after B is greater than A, you forgot to close it with inverted commas. One side
Oh,
is
beta.
there.
Now
the
it
other
is,
side.
now it is done. Because I have placed, two double equal to, that's why the program was not running. So we are able to see the output, right? Just because, both the conditions are true. Right now, this condition is also true and this one is also true, right? Am I right? Now let's do one thing. Let's make one of the two conditions false. So right now, this one is false and this is true. Let's check out whether we will be able to get the output or not. Output मिला हम लोगों को?
No, sir, the text window didn't show.
Why? Just because, this condition is false. This operator,
Because one
it makes
condition is false and one is true.
actually this is the operator which is controlling the text window right now. It is the one which is making sure that these two conditions should be true. If one of them is false, then this is the one which is not going to let this output to be seen to the user. Fine. Now, how can we eliminate this thing? We can make use of OR operator. This is a second kind of logical operator we have got on this platform. So when do we use OR? If we want that a particular output should be shown to the user, in case if one of the two conditions we have defined in the if loop is true. Okay, if you want, if one of the two conditions which we have defined in the if loop, if it is true, then the output should get printed. For that, we can make use of OR. So OR, what is the difference between OR and AND? OR मतलब दोनों में से एक कंडीशन ट्रू, तब आपको इस तरीके से आउटपुट दिखेगा. Okay, you will be able to see the output then. However, if you are using AND, so
sir, दोनों ही conditions true होनी चाहिए.
Sorry, Akshara, I didn't catch that again.
So, sir, if we are using AND, so both the conditions should be true.
Both the conditions should be true. That is
that. Then we will get a result.
That is absolutely right. Now let's come on page number 114. Please turn Please come on page number 114. Right on the top, there is a heading given, keywords. Okay, so keywords are the reserved words in programming. Remember this thing. Keywords are the reserved words in programming. Like the way, we have used this and if, it's a kind of keyword. It's all the, if we'll talk about the small basic environment, all the things, all the words that are available in this IntelliSense. Okay, you are able to see this IntelliSense, right? This pop-up. All the keywords which are available here, they are known as keywords. We will call them as keywords. Now remember this thing. Small basic uses 14 keywords. It's given in on page number 114 and it's on third line of the first paragraph. Just underline that line. Small basic uses 14 keywords and you guys have to learn any 5 of these 14. Okay, आपको कम से कम 5 याद करने हैं इन 14 में से जो आपके बुक में दे रखे हैं. Is this thing clear to every one of you?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now let's come on statements. So we are already done with discussing what is the difference between right line and right. मैं सही कह रहा हूँ? हम लोगों ने right line और right के बीच में difference पढ़ लिया था. Right line क्या करता है? Let me just show it to you one more time. If suppose you will use right line.
Sir, can I tell the difference between right line and right?
Yes, please go ahead, dear.
Sir, when we write a code with right line, it will be in different line. But if we will write a code with using the word right, so it will be in same line.
That is absolutely correct, Akshar. Because you are practicing, maybe that is the reason you know the answer. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You guys have to practice a lot. This is coding. If you really want to create magical things out of the, things which we are discussing in this online class, you have to learn coding. Chalo. If suppose we have got 2 different variables, one is A, and in this we have stored 20, and the other one is B, and in this we have stored 10. Now, we have defined 2 lines of codes here, text window.writeLine A and text window.writeLine B. So it is going to print the value of A on the text window, and it is going to print the value of B on the text window. Now let's check out how we are going to get the output. In what way we are going to get the output. So are you able to see this 20 is in the first line and this 10 is in the second line. So this is a value of A and this is a value of B. Now if I will replace this right line with right, then what is going to happen? So we are getting an output like this, 20, 10. Just because right line prints the output and breaks the line. This is what right line do. Unlike right, which prints the output in the same line. Okay, so this is the basic difference between right and right line. Now let's come on read. How can we make use of read? Now listen to me attentively. If suppose I give you a program to find out the greatest between 2 numbers that the user is going to enter at the runtime. We are not given with these 2 values. Okay. हम लोगों को पहले से कोई value नहीं पता है. We want that the value should be, the user should input the value at the runtime. This is, what we are doing here. If we are assigning a value like this to these 2 simple variables, this is not the runtime program. Runtime किसे कहते हैं बच्चों? Runtime उसे कहते हैं जब हम output window पे कुछ लिखते हैं, उसको runtime environment कहते हैं. ठीक है? मैं दिखा, let me just show it to you practically. Suppose Now I am copying. So, I have written 2 lines of statements on this edit window. The first one is text window dot write line, enter a number. So what is the output that we are going to get? Just a second.
Enter a number.
Just a second here. I'm
Enter.
getting an error here. Why am I getting an error? Okay, I've placed a semicolon. That's so, this is what we are going to get as an output. Now here, if I will, if you'll come across a screen like this, where, this is getting reflected, a text like this is getting reflected. So what you will do, can anyone tell me what you guys will do? If you will come
Sir,
across a text window.
Sir, we will write a number.
Sir, we will
Absolutely
enter
right.
a number.
आप लोग ये नंबर लिख दो, है ना, यही करोगे ना बेटा, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो। मैंने भी एक नंबर लिख दी। अब मैंने ये एंटर जब प्रेस करूंगा तो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन? प्रेस एनी की टू कंटिन्यू। अभी क्या लिखा हुआ आ रहा है? प्रेस एनी की टू कंटिन्यू। सो व्हाट हैज एक्चुअली हैपेंड, लेट मी जस्ट टेल यू दैट। सो एंटर अ नंबर देखते ही हम लोगों ने पहले एक नंबर एंटर कर दिया। नाउ आफ्टर एंटरिंग द नंबर, व्हेन वी प्रेस दैट एंटर की, व्हाट हैपेंड? Just because of this line of code that we have written here, that 12 that we have entered as a value on the text window, वो automatically इसके अंदर जाके store। text window dot read number किसके लिए use होता है? नंबर को text window पे से read करके एक variable के अंदर वो store कर देता है। Remember this thing.
Sir,
Okay, this
the variable for number 12 is A.
the value of A is 12. That is absolutely right. Okay, now if I will again run this program and I will enter another number 45, and after that if I will press enter, so now what is the value of A? Akshara, what is the value of A, dear?
Sir, 45.
45। क्योंकि अब ये जो 45 है ना, ये A के अंदर जाके स्टोर हो गया। Okay, likewise if you will copy these 2 lines of code and you will paste it here, अगर मैं दोबारा से पेस्ट कर देता हूँ और यहाँ पे एंटर अ नंबर और दूसरा नंबर में बी के अंदर स्टोर कर देता हूँ। नाउ टेल मी, इफ लेट्स एंटर अ नंबर 45, फिर दूसरा नंबर एंटर करा 56। नाउ व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ ए? कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ ए?
Sir, 45 object.
45, हाँ, जो पहले नंबर एंटर करा। और ये जो 56 है, ये किसकी वैल्यू है? ये दूसरे वेरिएबल की वैल्यू। इट इज अ वैल्यू दैट आई हैव असाइन्ड टू द सेकंड वेरिएबल बी। ओके, अब मैं ये प्रूफ कैसे करूं कि इनके अंदर वैल्यू आ गई है? नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई एम गोइंग टू राइट डाउन अ लाइन ऑफ कोड इन थ्रू व्हिच आई एम गोइंग टू प्रिंट द सम ऑफ ए एंड बी। ए और बी का मैं सम प्रिंट ऐसे कर सकता हूं। नाउ लेट्स चेक आउट द आउटपुट। एंटर अ नंबर, मैंने सबसे पहले एंटर करा 3, तो ये नंबर किसके अंदर जाएगा? कोई बता सकता है? ये 3
A,
किसके अंदर
sir.
जाएगा?
A.
That is absolutely right. Now let's enter another number. Let's say 9. Okay. अब ये किसके अंदर गया नंबर?
दूसरे वेरिएबल
B के अंदर गया। कोई बता सकता है what is the output we are going to get now?
Sir, what were the numbers?
12. Sum of 9 plus 3, 12.
The first one was 3 and the second one was 9.
9 plus 3, 12.
That is absolutely correct. See, we are getting the output. So, this is how you can assign the value to some variables at the runtime. यहाँ पे हम लोग runtime values assign कर रहे हैं। Compile time क्या होता है? जब हम लोग directly यहाँ पे value assign करते हैं ना variables को, like this. If we'll assign 2 different values to 2 different variables like this, so it will be known as compile time assignment. ये कह सकते हो आप इसे। लेकिन जब आप वैल्यू असाइन करते हो इस टेक्स्ट विंडो पर, यहाँ पे आप कोई भी वैल्यू एंटर कर लो, आपको उस चीज का रिजल्ट मिल जाएगा। सो दिस इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन कंपाइल टाइम एंड रन टाइम। याद रहेगा ये सब लोगों को? यस
sir.
Nothing, sir.
yes sir। So बस बेटा